Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Sassa Media in collaboration with Project Healing. I am Yahya Ahmed. Welcome back, Dr. Shafi.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Now that we're in the holidays fastly approaching, that usually means for me and my family is family time, right? We go out. Sometimes we travel. Sometimes we go, to the movies, go to the gym. We usually spend a lot of family time and then doing a lot of activities because most of the time we're busy with work. We're busy. Kids are busy with school. Um, what would you recommend for our viewers, for our audience? Are there any safety tips that you can share with us for people to keep in mind, since that we're still in the middle of pandemic, we still have all these variants coming by and leaving and whatnot. What would you recommend for us to do safety tips?
So right now that we are going into the winter season, like you said, this is time that a lot of people spend with their families because of the holidays, time off from school for the kids, and that means there's a lot of close contact. And with close contact, there's a higher chance that people can spread infectious diseases like the flu and then now COVID-19. And so I would recommend that you try to stay within a close knit group, like your immediate family or your closest friends, people that you spend a lot of time with, anyways, and limit going out of that bubble of friends as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to that, most people around the winter are indoor, right?
Right.
We spend a lot of time indoor, whether it's going to the gyms, which is going to be open, the movies and whatnot. And like you said, it is important for us to stay with our social network, right? And
Right.
not to expand on that. How about if I'm traveling? What would you recommend for people who are traveling?
Right now, the recommendations for traveling are to limit it as much as possible. If you have to travel, make sure that you're following the recommendations for testing before you travel. Make sure that you're vaccinated as well, and that will help to limit spread of the COVID-19 uh, around the world.
Absolutely. Uh, the thing about with COVID-19, it's global, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we have said many times on our show, that the best way that we're going to beat this disease is to get everybody vaccinated,
Right.
right? Now that the cool thing is that there are actually boosters that are available for those that have been vaccinated more than 6 months or maybe more than 2 months if it's Johnson and Johnson.
Right.
Uh, so, can you tell us something about? I'm constantly hearing this Omicron variant that we don't have a whole lot of details out yet.
Yeah.
But what can you share with us?
Yeah, so first of all, like you said, the boosters are really important for people that got vaccinated more than 6 months ago, if it was Pfizer or Moderna, and then 2 months ago, if it was Johnson and Johnson. And so, please, if you meet those timelines, make sure you get a booster shot because it'll help to boost your immunity or increase your immunity. As we talked about in the past, immunity does go down after about 6 months. And that's from infection. But we also know that the vaccines are really effective in preventing severe illness and in preventing death. There are cases of breakthrough infections and severe illnesses, but it's much lower in people who got vaccinated as compared to people who are not vaccinated.
The best thing I've ever heard since the pandemic is that a lot of the scientist community, a lot of doctors believe that the benefits of getting vaccinated outweigh the risk, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is like we said, this thing is it's a global thing, and until everyone gets vaccinated, not just in our community but around the world, do you think that this virus will still gonna stick around?
Yeah, and to answer your last question too about the Omicron variant, that this is due to a mutation in the existing coronavirus, and it's the same coronavirus that started this pandemic, and it changes a little bit each time that it tries to copy itself. So when it infects somebody, then it has the opportunity to make a mistake when it's copying itself, and then that mistake results in a new variant or a new type of the same virus. And so, right now, the latest variant that is of concern is the Omicron variant, and we still need more information about it, but we want to make sure that we know if it spreads faster, if it causes a more serious illness, or if it's still responsive to the vaccination that we have right now. But the predominant variant right now is still Delta, and the vaccine is effective in reducing the risk of severe illness and death, and that's why people should get vaccinated.
No, absolutely. I think that's a great advice. So please, as these holidays approach, everybody please protect yourself, spend time with your loved one, and the only way we're gonna beat this disease is by getting vaccinated. Right?
Yes, make sure you wash your hands too. If you're blowing your nose, use a tissue. So take basic precautions, common sense.
Avoid large gathering, wear a mask, and all the good stuff.
Hmm.
Doctor, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Yahya. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.